What's up guys and welcome to another episode of The Block is Hot. In this episode we're going to go over this week's best upcoming CNFT mints. And I want to stress here guys that this is not minting season. It's really about getting into projects that you trust and think are going to do well in the long term, like blue chips like Clay Nation, right? But there are still different opportunities in the market, and getting into some of these projects in the bear market can actually prove to be pretty profitable if they end up paying out, just because a lot of people aren't paying attention to them. But yes, without further ado, let's get into it. The first project on our list today, guys, is TED Nation. On the 26th of this month, they are releasing 5,555 of these teddy bears at 99 ADA each. The TED Nation has been getting a lot of followers as well as engagement recently, and they have over 3,300 followers on Twitter and have been getting a lot of likes on their various posts. And when we jump in their Discord, guys, you're going to be able to see that they have 11,000 Discord members, which is a ton of members. It's actually almost 3.5 times the amount of members in here as Twitter followers, and a lot of times when I see that, I assume that a lot of it is botted and a lot of it is just fake. But what's really interesting here is that all of their posts, literally all of their posts, have been getting a tremendous amount of engagement. And I know they're doing double XP sometimes if we hit X amount of emojis and things like that, but this is really weird to me, guys. I'm not saying that they're inflating their numbers, but I have yet to see a project get this amount of emojis on all of their posts. Even on their announcements, they're getting posts up to 1,000 emojis. So they're either absolutely killing the game when it comes to engagement and when it comes to like people actually wanting to get into this project, or they're doing things to really inflate their numbers and look better. Now the thing is they do have 48 boost, which is a decent amount of boost. But guys, please tell me a single project out there that gets this level of engagement. I don't even think projects like Clay Nation get this amount of engagement a lot of times, and they have a massive following. So please be careful with this project, guys. I really do like it. I think their different text and their different responses and the different feel of this feels very good. I am seeing a decent amount of chatting back and forth, but I don't understand these numbers. I really haven't seen anything like this before, and the fact that this is happening in a bear market, to me it just doesn't make sense. I haven't really seen it. They're either killing it or they're screwing with the numbers, like I was saying. Now, to kind of ease our tension a little bit, they are saying that they're, doxed on this alpha verify, and I checked out the website. It does seem to be pretty legit. They have over 6,000 followers on Twitter, and they verified a lot of different projects out there. But there's still, like, to me, it seems like the engagement is a little bit too high, which is a great problem to have if they are in fact legit. Now, when it comes to the actual art of the project, I do think it looks good, guys. I have watched Ted the movie a couple times. I've watched both the first one and second one, and I do like it a lot. But what's really crazy to me is that a lot of these layers are decently simple. They don't have a ton going on, and they are copying a movie out there, which is a little bit sketchy because you never know in the future if you can really get nailed for this, especially since they're calling this TED Nation, especially since their Twitter and everything is around TED, which is the name of the teddy bear from the movie. So definitely something to consider when getting into this project as well, as far as a long-term investment. When it comes to their roadmap, they aren't really telling us exactly what they're doing, but more so alluding to various things. So if you see here, guys, I'm guessing that this is going to be different airdrops they do because they have these different packages. They have this whole entire whale bay where potentially there's different benefits if you're a whale. And by the way, guys, really great job on the different posts they're making, on the story, on the lore. They really are making this feel like an exciting project, and all these different graphics do look nice when it comes to their roadmap because they made a bunch of them. They're gonna make 9 of them rather than just making one big one and that's the whole thing. So I do like how they're doing that too. They're saying that they're gonna have this whole TED quarter thing. I have no idea what exactly this is gonna be. Maybe some sort of voting system, and then they have this whole diamond farm. I mean, maybe you need diamonds in order to mutate your TED in the TED factory. They were talking about the fluff token. I mean, it looks really good. Like, to be honest, guys, it looks really good. I don't know why my senses are tingling here about something being off, but everything looks good besides just like too much engagement, in my opinion. Now, I already know there's gonna be people in the comments section, oh, why are you spreading FUD and all these things if everything looks good? Well, to be honest with you guys, everything does look good, but I'm always hesitant when I see numbers that personally don't make sense to me. I just pulled up Clay Nation that has like 30 or 40,000 Discord members and probably the strongest community and supportive community out of any CNFT project out there. And their average post, guys, is only getting anywhere from 400 to 500 emojis. And their clay paper that was extremely hyped up literally only got 774, which is the average for every single post going on at TED Nation. Overall, guys, I do think TED Nation has a lot of potential. Otherwise, I would have not included the project on our list. And I am seeing a lot of promise with the project. For me, I might mint one or two, but this isn't something I'm going to go super hard on just because I am a little bit like my radar for some reason is ticking with this project. I have no idea what it is, but for some reason it's just ticking. And whenever that happens for me, I like to wait on the secondary and maybe I'll scoop some up on the secondary, especially since the market isn't super bullish right now anyways. But on to the next project. The next project on our list today, guys, are the Senate nodes from ADA Invadaz. They are releasing 1,500 of their Senate nodes between the 27th and 29th of this month. Now, this is a whitelist drop only, and the snapshot has already ended, so if you don't already have that whitelist, you are not going to be able to get into this project, guys. If you do have the tier 1 whitelist, you're going to be able to get 2 of these Senate nodes for 250 ADA each, and then when it comes to the tier 2 whitelist, you're going to be able to get 1 of these Senate nodes for 300 ADA each. And anything that does not sell is then going to go back to the people with these whitelist, and you'll get another chance to mint. With this mint, guys, there are 3 different rarities that you can have, which are gold, diamond, and neon. And based on these rarities, you're going to get a different amount of royalties distributed to these different holders. And what I want to say with this project, guys, is that it does seem like a lot of ADA for these nodes, but it really isn't, because 150,000 ADA of this sale is going to go towards their community wallet, which is going to be governed by the Senate. When it comes to the actual utility of these nodes as well, guys, the Senate node is going to give you a seat in the Senate where you're going to be able to make different decisions and proposals on the project, on that community wallet, as well as the story. Another 50% of these mint proceeds are going to go towards that community wallet, and you're also going to be able to get some money going back to Moon Squad token holders. Another benefit is that you're going to be able to play a role of the overall story. You're also going to get whitelist to their future drops, and there's also going to be different royalty distributions. So a lot of stuff going on with these Senate nodes. They are absolutely packed with utility, and ADA Invadaz already has a strong community. I think that a lot of people that are going to mint these are going to hold them, and I do think the strategy with these Senate nodes are to actually hold them and capitalize on the different utilities and on the different drops that they do in the future. The last main release on our list today, guys, are the Season 3 BlockOwls. On the 28th of June, they are releasing their final Season 3 of 1,423 owls, and it's going to be a whitelist only drop with the snapshot ending tomorrow, the 22nd. I personally think that these BlockOwls are going to do relatively well, especially since their Season 1 and Season 2 are already going for around that 200 ADA level as far as a floor goes. We don't know what the price is going to be yet for these BlockOwls, but they have said that it's going to be somewhere around that 106 ADA level that they had with their previous drops. In my opinion, they're probably going to do something like 120 to 130 ADA is my best bet. And if you are able to get one of the rare ones, I do think that they're going to do relatively well. And if you get one of the floor ones, I don't think that the downside is very high. So if you are whitelisted for this project, I highly recommend going for it. BlockOwls, in my opinion, look really great. It's probably the best, or at least up there as far as animated projects on the Cardano blockchain, and I think that they're constantly doing stuff with the community. I feel like BlockOwls are just so undervalued, and everyone says that they're undervalued, but no one, for whatever reason, the price doesn't move. So I don't know if a lot of people just think they're undervalued and look really cool, but aren't actually holding the project. But I do think as far as a long-term investment too, guys, that this could do relatively well. And if you see some people list some super rare BlockOwls on the secondary market right away, maybe scoop some up, because this is going to be the last season drop. And if these do get super collectible over the next couple years, you could see all of the BlockOwls do relatively well. I do want to bring up 3 more projects at the end of this video, guys, that should at least be on your radar, and maybe you do a little bit more research and see if you like them. One of them is the Summoners Guild. They are having their mint pass, which there are going to be 1,000 of these different passes at 60 ADA each, and that is happening on the 27th. Those mint passes are going to help you get into their project in the future, and it's a bunch of different collabs that they're doing with various projects on CNFTs where they're making these little animated guys. They actually look super cool. I think that they don't have as many followers as they really should, and with a supply of only 1,000 ADA, I feel like that this should at least be on your radar. Maybe I'll mint one of these, but you know, they haven't been getting as much of a following as I think they should. Another project that you should have on your radar is the DeadlySins. They have been marketing for a while now, and they have been getting a solid amount of engagement. The only problem I have with the project right now, guys, is that they're releasing 6,666, and I believe the mint price is like 66 as well, and that is a lot of ADA right now, especially in this market. We're looking at almost 500,000 ADA, and a lot of projects haven't been minting out with more of a following and less of amount of ADA. So personally, I'm gonna pass on this one, but I do think the art looks cool, and I like how the actual owners of this project have put their face out there and have gone on YouTube to discuss the mint and different things like that. They definitely look like they're committed to the community. It's just a bad time to be releasing this much supply with the current market situation we have. The last project that I wanted to bring up here are the Wiseguys. They're actually releasing 2,000 of their NFTs this week for about 50 ADA each. And the Wiseguys are doing something very similar to what we do at the Block, which is create a community, create a place where people can talk about different CNFT projects, different opportunities, have release calendars and things like that. That Discord honestly has a lot of information, guys, and you should check it out just so you can get different perspectives of different things happening in the community. Now, what's really crazy about this is that they're doing all of that for free, and your NFT doesn't tie into that. Your NFT doesn't have any play with that. And because of that, the NFT's main utility is more so helping support the people that are running this, getting different white listings for the future, etc., etc. I'll probably buy 1 or 2 of these just to support the guys over there, because I do think that they are doing something really awesome in the space. But if you're looking for something to just quick flip or something like that, I don't think that this is really the project to quick flip. I think from what I've seen, it's more so about really supporting the people that have been running this community for a while now. And if you've been part of that community, then I recommend you buying some of their NFTs, because they have been putting a ton of time into really building this. That pretty much wraps up this week's upcoming CNFT mints. When it comes to TED Nation, I might buy 1 or 2. I'm definitely going to go for those Senate nodes for ADA Invadaz, and unfortunately, I'm not whitelisted for BlockOwls, but if I was, I would be minting them. The 3 other projects I had on the list, definitely check them out. I might mint them depending on how I'm feeling that day. I'll probably mint like a Wiseguy or 2 just to, support him, and probably Summoners as well. I'll probably mint 1 because we are potentially collabing with them as a project, and I think it's always good to help support other projects out there, and especially right now, because like the market isn't super great. So if you can support some of these projects right now that are trying to do the right thing, or trying to build, or trying to do something cool, then I'm trying to support that. Now, the last thing I do want to bring up is that we have pushed back our launch date for Jelly Cubes. I've been talking to a lot of different lawyers and different project owners, and it doesn't really make sense for us to launch while I'm still in the United States. So my little scouting trip that was on July 8th to go to Portugal has now just become my full-on move. And it's kind of a crazy thing to do, literally move across the country and start a new life. But I think it's really the best decision for me as far as the next steps of my journey, as well as being a lot safer as a project, because the US is like literally just on everyone's ass about, securities and NFTs and all this crap. And I would really hate for us to get really big in the future and then all of a sudden have a lot of eyes on our project from the SEC and potentially jeopardize things. But yeah, we're hopefully going to now launch like mid-July. My flight is on the 8th, and I'm going to need a little bit to settle down, make sure I have internet access and stuff, and then hopefully we can launch and kind of build from there. But yeah, that sums everything up. Hope you guys have an awesome day, and if you're not following already, make sure to follow.